Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really interesting new idea for job training here in America. It's an idea that forces us to ask a pretty tough question. Are our vocational schools actually creating skilled workers, or are they just profiting from their labor? Let's get into it. So let's just start with this one, core question. When you sign up for a program to learn a new trade, are you there as a student, or have you become a source of profit for the school? The answer to that question really shines a light on a deep ethical problem in the way we've traditionally done vocational training. And that's the exact problem this new model is trying to solve. To really get why this new approach is such a potential game changer, we first have to understand the old way of doing things. And that brings us to our first section. Is it about learning or is it about labor? Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of vocational schools operate on what's called a dual revenue model. It's pretty simple. They make money from your tuition, of course, but they also make money from the work you do on paying customers. So your practice time, the hours you need to get good at your craft, literally becomes their profit center. And that right there creates this huge conflict of interest. What's the main priority, your education or the revenue coming in from your labor? So that conflict is the big problem. Now, let's flip the script and look at the solution. In Section 2, we're going to explore an ethical blueprint that's designed to fix this broken system. And here it is. It's called America's Ethical Workforce Academy Model. The key innovation, the real magic here, is its single revenue structure. What does that mean? It means these schools are funded only by tuition. That's it. All the hands-on practice students do is with community volunteers, not with paying customers. Just that simple change completely removes the financial incentive to exploit student labor, which makes their education the one and only priority. The whole model really stands on four main pillars. First, that single revenue framework we just talked about. Second, all practice is 100% volunteer-based. Third, because of those first two, you get zero student exploitation. And fourth, it roots the entire training process in public service, which forges a really genuine connection between the students and the communities they're going to serve. Okay, so that all sounds great on paper, right? But the big question is always, does it actually work in the real world? Well, that brings us right to Section 3 and a fascinating case study from the Louisville Beauty Academy.
The Louisville Beauty Academy, or LBA for short, is the flagship institution for this model. This is the place where the concept has been put to the test, tweaked, and ultimately proven to be a major success.
Now, a huge part of LBA's success is its debt-free design. Think about this. Through interest-free payment plans, students can actually graduate without the massive burden of federal loans hanging over their heads. That means they can start their careers on solid financial ground, which is just a total game changer in today's economy. And get this, for real-world impact, this is that community service piece in action. At LBI's Harbor House campus, a full 100% of services are provided for free to elderly and disabled members of the community. This completely transforms student clinic hours from a source of profit into a genuine public good. It's just a powerful, powerful example of the model's impact. So we've seen the model, and we've seen the proof that it works. But what's the philosophy behind it all? In our fourth section, we're going to dig into the why, the human-centered approach that drives this whole thing. At its very core, the model is built on a philosophy called humanization. The idea is simple, but it's also incredibly profound. Education is a moral act. It's the belief that people learn and grow the most when they feel valued, when they feel empowered, and most importantly, when their education is completely free from exploitation. This philosophy, it's the moral backbone of the entire system. And, this isn't some brand new idea that just popped up overnight. The humanization framework is actually built on over 120 published works by the founder, Tran. So it's a deeply researched philosophy that provides a really solid foundation for this new way of thinking about education. Okay, so we've got a proven model and a strong philosophy. So what's the big picture? Our final section looks at the vision for this model in America and its potential to really transform things on a national scale. And the vision here is, well, it's massive. Because while it was proven in a beauty academy, the model itself is designed to be scalable. You could apply this across a huge range of essential industries. We're talking healthcare, admin, and IT, all kinds of skilled trades. The potential for a broad positive impact is just enormous. And crucially, this is maybe the most important part. This isn't just some feel-good idea. It's a practical, research-backed framework that's built for the real world. It's been structured to be federally fundable and to align directly with the priorities of the U.S. Department of Labor. So this isn't just a blueprint for one school. It's a viable plan for national adoption. Which, brings us right back to where we started. We've seen a model that puts education back at the center, that gets rid of financial exploitation, that weaves public service into its very fabric, and that's ready to scale up nationally. So it leaves us with one last really important question to think about. Is this ethical, human-centered approach the future of American workforce training?